The power of rose quartz crystals. Rose quartz is one of the most powerful stones Wiccans use in their craft. It is, first and foremost, a tool that promotes inner healing. It can also attract and deepen feelings of love, whether they're platonic, romantic, or the kind we can have for ourselves. With that in mind, we wanted to talk about the meaning of the stone and its healing properties. As we go along, we'll also discuss some of the ways we can incorporate this fascinating stone in our practice. But for now, let's start with the basics. What is rose quartz, in a geological sense? Properties of rose quartz crystals. On a geological level, rose quartz is simply a pinkish mineral. Like most quartz crystals, rose quartz has a glassy finish or luster. On the Mohs scale of mineral hardness, quartz scores a 7, which means it can scratch glass and steel. However, it's still softer than topaz or diamond minerals. Generally speaking, most quartz varieties are clear or pale white. However, there are some exceptions to this rule. In addition to the rose quartz, gem amethyst and citron are both types of quartz too. But what gives rose quartz its characteristic hue? Well, according to geologists, it probably comes from impurities caused by titanium, iron, and manganese inside the rock. These imperfections make rose quartz a relatively rare naturally occurring variety of quartz crystals. Most of the ones that are sold are extracted in Brazil, India, South Africa, or Madagascar, though surrounding countries also export it. Additionally, there are certain places in Germany and the USA that still have some of this precious mineral. Why, it's even the official state mineral of South Dakota. On the popularity of rose quartz jewelry. Outside of Wiccan and neo-pagan practices, the rose quartz crystal is often set into jewelry. As you may know, many people believe that the 50th anniversary of a relationship is the perfect time to give your partner gold. The 60th anniversary is for diamonds, and so on. According to that same system, rose quartz is the ideal present for the 5th anniversary. As we have previously mentioned, this quartz has been known to attract and enhance romantic love. So we certainly wouldn't fault anyone for getting their partner a rose quartz bracelet for their anniversary. However, the popularity of rose quartz jewelry does bring us to the following point. While most Wiccans are perfectly happy using raw crystals in their rituals, incorporating jewelry can be a great way to practice magic on the go. Sure, after you've been practicing for a while, you probably won't feel too embarrassed to be the person who has to empty their pockets of rocks at the end of each day. But why would you carry around the extra weight if you don't have to? Instead of taking rough crystals with you every time you leave the house, you could simply wear one on your person in the form of a rose quartz bracelet, necklace, or earrings. But we're still missing a crucial part of this puzzle. With that in mind, let's finally reveal what makes this gemstone such a precious commodity. What is rose quartz good for? Now that we all know what non-Wiccans do with this fascinating crystal, let's talk about more practical applications. What are some rose quartz benefits we can gain by using this gemstone during ritual practice? Encouraging all kinds of love. As we have briefly mentioned, one of the most recognizable rose quartz properties is its association with matters of the heart. This stone is often said to encourage unconditional love. However, it can do more than just restore trust and harmony in romantic relationships. Rose quartz can also promote other kinds of affection, including friendships and self-directed love. And since the concept of love is under the purview of the planet Venus, rose quartz is also a great tool for zodiac signs that are under that planet's influence. So if you're a Taurus or a Libra, using rose quartz in your Wiccan practices might help. Fostering compassion and forgiveness. Another, slightly different, application of rose quartz energy would be to use it to inspire compassion and forgiveness. If you're trying to settle a conflict between two people, you can use the stone, among other things, to encourage its resolution. Alternatively, you might be feeling residual guilt or shame connected to your own past actions. In that case, rose quartz might encourage you to look upon yourself in a gentler light. It will help you direct your empathy inwards and rebuild your self-worth. These qualities also make this gem a calm and comforting presence in times of grief. Protecting against bad energy. Many Wiccans use rose quartz to get rid of negative energy. As we have established, the stone has been known to encourage feelings of peace and inner healing. The same qualities that cleanse your soul of inner turmoil will also dispel any negative energy that surrounds you. As a result, you should also get some measure of relief from any physical symptoms of anxiety. Since rose quartz can influence the adrenal glands, it'll soothe your system and chase away fatigue-induced vertigo too. Promoting physical healing. If your brand of Wicca incorporates the practice of energy healing or Reiki, you might be interested in learning how rose quartz metaphysical properties can affect the physical body. As you might have guessed, this gemstone is most closely connected to the heart chakra. Like rose quartz, the Anahata chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, and joy. An obstruction in that area can make people prone to negative self-talk and all sorts of isolating behaviors. However, it can also result in various physical symptoms and ailments. Because of that, rose quartz can affect the physical heart as well as the circulatory system it controls. In addition to reducing high blood pressure, the gemstone might also affect different chest and lung problems. Notably, we can even use it to support people suffering from blood-related illnesses. Still, when it comes to serious medical conditions, we recommend using healing crystals as a supplement to medical treatment. How to use rose quartz in Wiccan rituals. Now that we know what we can gain by using rose quartz crystals in our craft, let's talk about how we can apply that knowledge. Many different factors go into performing an effective spell. We must keep all the ingredients in mind, not just the gemstones we use. Then, there's the question of finding the right time to do it. Some phases of the moon can put a real damper on the magical mood and even work against the intentions we put behind the spell. In any case, once we're sure that we have every other element of the spell right, here's how we can enter rose quartz into the equation. Wear it on your person. Since we've already explained the benefits of incorporating rose quartz jewelry into our daily Wiccan practices, let's start there. Wearing a necklace, bracelet, or earrings is the best way to enjoy a constant flow of bright, loving energy. Moreover, having direct skin contact with the gem will infuse you with joy and gentle self-assurance. If you're interested in testing these claims, try getting a simple piece of jewelry to begin with. Get it as a pocket stone. As we have previously mentioned, some people prefer carrying important gemstones around in their pockets instead of displaying them on their skin. It's a more covert way to reap the benefits of their powers, but it's certainly less convenient than jewelry. Still, if you want to try it out, just avoid using rough quartz, it'll rip the lining of your pockets. Get a tumble-smoothed, thumb-sized piece to keep with you throughout the day. Put it on your altar. If you prefer to use larger and rougher gemstones in your craft, keep your rose quartz at home. Even though we mentioned your altar as one possible place you might keep it, there are other areas of the home that might benefit from its powers. For example, if you want to attract a fulfilling romantic relationship, put the gem in your bedroom. Alternatively, if you're in it for its more platonic properties, keep the rose quartz in a common area of the home. If you set it down in the living room, the stone will radiate and enhance devotion and positive energy. Use it for jar spells. If you wanted to use rose quartz to promote inner healing or attract love, it could be as easy as dropping a few smaller gems into a jar spell. Well, there are a few steps you'd have to do before and after chucking those in, but the process isn't as difficult as some might think. Best of all, after casting your spell, you'll be able to hand the container off to one of your loved ones. That's the beauty of this kind of magic, the magic follows the owner of the jar. Bind it to your wand. If you often find yourself casting spells with intentions that align with rose quartz properties, you might as well attach the gem to your wand. Use a hot glue gun and wire, or just the wire, if you're a purist, to attach it to the very tip of the wand. Having the gem there will let you harness its energy during all your casting sessions. So start using rose quartz in your practice today. In addition to being a lovely thing to behold, rose quartz is also an incredibly useful tool for Wiccan practices. If you're still not a believer in the awesome powers of this crystal, take it for a test run and order one of our stylish bracelets. Once you have your rose quartz crystals, you just need to remember to cleanse and charge them every once in a while. Simply leave them under the nourishing light of the next full moon. That should replenish their gently affirming energy.